Hello and welcome to Lifetime Uncorked, the podcast where we discuss your favorite made-for-TV movies. Whether you love to hate watch or hate yourself for loving them, pour up a glass of your favorite cocktail and join us. I am your host, Patrick Serrano, and my guests today are...
I am Drew Current.
Ian Watts.
Ian Watts.
Ian Watts is in the house.
Back the house.
By popular demand.
That's true. It's true. How have you been?
I've been good. Not watching enough Lifetime movies, though.
Well, that's why I called you up. I had a feeling you might not be
There was
watching
something
enough.
missing in my life, and you sensed it. I appreciate that.
Yes. So Ian's back. We're talking about today Trapped Sisters or 12 Feet Deep.
AKA, yeah.
12 feet deep.
12 Feet
Trap
Deep.
Sisters or 12 feet deep? Both porno movies.
You know,
Probably.
Trapped Sisters is a board?
Probably.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, there's a niche for everything, right?
I guess, sure. Okay,
There's
fair.
a porn for everything.
Wonderful. And there's also a Lifetime movie for everything. This one happens to be about being trapped in a pool, which, you know, you didn't know you needed in your life, and here it is. Here it is.
And after you watch it, you wonder how you ever lived without it.
Right, and you're very scared of pools. So this stars...
Are you?
No.
Does it make
Nope.
you afraid of pools? Is there a shark in the pool?
Right? That's what you would think would be making this movie scary.
Yeah.
But no shark in the pool.
Sequel.
See, yeah, that's 13 feet deep.
It's 13 feet deep, and then there's a shark.
This movie stars Alexandra Park, Nora-Jane Noone, Diane Farr, and Tobin Bell. Tobin Bell, Drew, who you should be of note, is the guy from Saw, the voice, like the Saw, the man who saws all the people.
Yeah, I thought that was him when he first showed up, and I actually wrote down in my notes, is he the pool manager? Because I would not like to play a game. But yeah, it turns out that is, in fact, Jigsaw.
Yeah, it is Jigsaw.
Manager of the local
Jigsaw.
aquatic center.
Yeah.
That's the same. I've never actually seen the Saw movies because they're too scary, because I don't like choppy, yuppie people movies.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's not...
I don't know.
Saw is one of the... You'd got to be like... I don't know.
Not for me.
The first one's fun, but then they made like 10 others.
Right.
It's just more of the same thing. It's like, what would you do? Boo. I don't care.
Too scary. Too scary for me.
They're not scary enough for me.
Well, this is why I watch Lifetime, because Lifetime's the perfect
This is a
amount
little
of
bit more
scary.
your speed of horror.
Yeah.
Right here.
Exactly.
Trapped Sisters.
Trapped Sisters was scary enough for me. I, had to sleep with the light on, but it was fine.
Uh-huh.
It was fine. So jumping right in, we have two sisters, Bree and what was the girl's name? Joanne or Joan?
Jonah.
There we go. Bree and Jonah. Bree has her shit together, okay?
Yeah.
She goes to swim laps. She's has a
She's
fiance.
a swimmer.
She's got a job.
There's a story there, though. There's some some mysterious injuries that maybe things aren't as perfect as they seem.
Oh.
She has a nasty scar on her well-toned arms.
Uh-oh.
Okay?
From swimming.
And the scar is so repulsive it scares children
It's like a
at the
shark.
pool.
It's like did she get attacked by a shark?
Maybe in her past. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
The other sister, Jonah. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, Jonah.
Jonah, yeah. And actually, they kept saying it. I thought it was Jonah, and I thought they were talking about one of their fiancé. It was very confusing until I finally got used to the names.
Wait,
Okay.
is there a whale?
Right?
Is there a fucking whale in
Sequel.
this story?
No. Jonah is the
I was
bad
all
girl,
wrong.
okay?
It's not a shark, it's a whale.
She is a bad girl. She has tattoos.
Oh, no.
And she opens her glove compartment in the parking lot and heroin needles fall out.
Picks fights with small children.
Just a bunch of heroin
like
needles?
You do.
Yeah, tons of heroin needles just fall out of her glove compartment.
Oops.
Whatever. They're basically Jessica Simpson and Ashley Simpson, right?
Yeah.
I had written down that there's clearly good attitude corporate trapped sister and bad attitude rehab trapped sister, and just referred to them afterwards as Tia and Tamara.
Oh, good. Yeah,
Okay.
we're on the same page.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? One's a good one, one's a bad one. Who's the bad sister in Tia and Tamara? Tia, probably.
Oh, I don't know who those people are that you're talking about. But
True. You're missing out.
But I'm going to guess.
I thought Tamara was the wild one.
I'm going to guess
Okay.
Tia
But it's been a minute.
based on nothing.
Tia
based
sounds
on
like
no
she's...
knowledge.
Tia's bad. She's a bad bitch.
Tia seems like a bad...
I don't
She's
know.
a bad bitch.
I
We've
don't
just
know.
retconned sister successfully. Love
Yes. So apparently these sisters have agreed to meet at a pool at closing time for some reason. They're just getting some quality time in. Okay?
Was that ever fully explained? I think there were a few scenes in this movie where I felt like I might have missed one sentence that kind of gave the game away, but I wasn't quite. Were they swimmers growing up? Was that
It wasn't
their bonding?
specified.
Okay.
Basically, they haven't seen each other in a long time. They're estranged. Estranged?
Yeah.
And they are like, hey, what are you doing? You want to come to the pool? It's closing at 5. So meet me there at 4:55. Okay? And they come, and the manager of the pool is like,
What?
Yeah. The manager of the pool, the Saul guy, is like, hey guys, we're closing. Just so everyone knows, we're closing. He's like hanging up a sign that says, we're closing early. It's a holiday weekend. We're closing the pool.
He was very cantankerous, wanted to get people out of there as fast as possible so he could go home and spend his holiday weekend torturing people in the basement.
Yes.
Yeah, he was ready to. He was like,
It
"Come
is
on,
like
come on, come on,
probably
come
a
on, come on."
tie-in. But it's closed for the holiday. The pool is closing early for the holiday.
Okay.
They don't say what holiday.
Eventually, I think they say it's Thanksgiving, but it's not until about 40 minutes into the movie.
Right.
For a while, it was just sort of the generic holiday weekend, you know.
Sure.
There's a pool. This has got to be in like L.A. or something.
It's
right?
an indoor pool. Indoor pool.
Okay.
Very, very important.
Okay.
Not really.
Not really. It doesn't matter.
Spoiler alert.
And the Jonah, the Ashley Simpson sister, or Tia, is like rolling her eyes, and she's like, okay, manager, like, I get your closing, but whatever. And he's like, some people need to read. He's like, some people don't need to learn how to read. And she's like, some people need to kiss my ass.
I was really happy he called attention to the literacy issues we have in this country.
Right, because he hung up a sign that said they were closing early.
That's really
and
good.
She like sassed him. And she says kiss my ass, and this movie was obviously made for like Canada, like real movie, like theatrical release, because they bleep out a lot of swear words in this movie. Did you notice that?
You know, when I watched it on,
You didn't have
on
bleeps?
Amazon Prime, no, I had F-bombs and
Yeah.
everything else.
Really?
Carlin said
Oh,
you
so
can't
it
say on
probably
TV.
was originally in Canada, because Canada doesn't. They don't care.
Right. Yeah, they don't
Okay.
care about
As long as you
Don't
say
know
you're
about
sorry afterwards, you
yeah,
can say anything.
so sorry.
Yeah, they're just like so sorry.
So while getting out of the pool, because the pool is closing, if we didn't specify that, it was closing, Bree realizes that her engagement ring isn't in her bag. So Bree, the good sister, she is engaged and her life is great. Her ring is like at the bottom of the pool. So the sisters dive into the pool to retrieve the ring. And while they're doing so, the manager turns off the lights of the pool and closes the cover on them. Okay? And the cover is very fast, right?
It is, yeah. And actually, you first see it in the opening frame of the movie in a very, very low rent CGI. And that's when I knew I was in for a treat, was when I saw kind of the $15
Yeah.
CG pool cover closing. But yeah, no, then it's curtains
I'd
for
do
our
it for
sisters. They are
lifetime.
trapped
I could do it
sisters.
for $7. I could do it for $7.
Yes.
That's $15.
And guys, I've worked at a
Hit
pool.
me up.
I've closed the pool cover on a pool before. It takes 2 lifeguards. You gotta churn it manually with your arms.
And you can see who. You make sure there's no one in there.
Oh yes, you have
Right?
you have the doors locked. You check
Like,
the locker rooms.
Everyone out. Last call.
Everyone is
like-
gone. Right?
Yeah, Jigsaw didn't do his due diligence on this one. Unless.
So
Yeah. So the girls are at the
how fast can I? It was like
It
so
was
how,
fast.
So how big is the pool? How big is
It's
the pool?
not Olympic size. It's
Okay.
probably just like a normal size pool. So like
Just
25 meters.
Okay, so 25-meter pool,
Yep.
and then
12 feet deep, obviously. 'Cause
and
that's
they're
the
like,
title of the
oh
movie.
well, I'm just gonna go dive for the thing real quick and.
Yep.
They were down there for a long time trying to get the ring while the pool closed. You know, it actually was kind of good that they clearly can hold their breath for several minutes at a time. It's going
Yes.
to be very convenient in a few minutes.
Well, one
Yeah.
of the sisters gets her hair stuck in the drain when she's going down there to get the ring. So that's kind of why they're down there for extra long, because her hair got
my
stuck in the
God.
drain and they had to pull her hair out. And
Yeah, Rebel Rehab sister had her hair, wild and got tangled in there while her straight-laced sister had it pulled back.
dreadlock, her
just
heroin dreadlocks.
need those visual cues to remind you who is the
Yes.
bad and who is the good sister.
it's true, because there's a good sister and a bad sister. It's
like the good sister has a "let me speak to your manager" haircut that will not get caught.
right, she has her hair
Yes.
in a tight pony.
And the bad one has a nasty white people dreadlocks. and that gets caught in there.
So they submerge from the water, and they're like, oh, the cover's on. And they're like, help, help, let us out. And they're banging on the cover. It's like a fiberglass cover. It's not like plastic. I mean, it's plastic. I don't know.
I think they said fiberglass.
I think they said
but,
fiberglass.
It's too strong to just punch your way through.
Right. They try to like get the lane lines like unhooked, to use a little hooky on the lane lines to like poke through, and they're like just doing anything they can to smash it or whatever and get out.
Like, what pool has this?
I don't know.
I've never seen a pool that like
definitely not an indoor pool.
The cover has, it's just like even if you don't do it manually, it's slow. Like
this pool cover seemed like it was specifically designed to keep people trapped under it.
Keep people
Yes.
in the pool.
This looks like it was a feature, not a bug.
And you were saying earlier, this is based on a true story.
Yes, it was based on a true story. We'll get to that later because
Okay, good. I need more information on
loosely based on a true story.
'Cause I
guys.
am-
very loose.
I am not. All of this doesn't make sense.
Right. We've covered a lot of Lifetime movies based on true events. This one is the least accurate.
It doesn't have the like interviews.
No,
afterwards
the
or-
woman who was trapped in the pool did not validate this movie or her family or anything. Okay, so the sisters are fighting and they're like, "You're stupid," and we hate each other, and they're like trapped. So like Drew, you're like, what could happen in the rest of the movie because they're trapped in the pool? So that's the end of the movie, really, right?
No, it's a lot of time to talk about how I, don't like your fiance and I don't like your life choices. Really, we should do all family therapy sessions under a pool cover.
That'd be a good play.
Yeah,
I feel like that'd be a good play.
totally a
Bottle
good play.
episode. Get
Yes.
your favorite actors of your favorite show under the pool cover for about 44 minutes.
Yes. Well, we find out that Bree, the good sister, is a diabetic just to raise the stakes of the movie. Okay.
Jesus
so she needs her insulin because she's a diabetic. She starts like shaking. Her lips start going blue. She's like, I need my shot. I need my shot. And the bad sister, Jonah, is like, you're a diabetic? I didn't even know that.
What?
You never tell me anything. You're the worst sister. Anything for them to fight, they fight.
The good sister's a diabetic.
Yes.
Yes.
And she's like super skinny and hot. And
Sure.
like,
Well, and the other one is a junkie, so she's also super skinny and hot because they look very, very similar. I actually had to look up to make sure it wasn't the same actress.
Right. playing
No,
twins.
it's just
Well, it's a good job.
two people that look a lot alike,
well,
like one of those cell phone commercials.
Good casting though.
So as she's having her diabetic, like, I don't know, meltdown or something, she has like a flashback to a fire in the house, and it's like her dad has like a cigarette and like falls on the couch and burns the couch, and that's how she got the arm scar. So like I guess she tried to like pull him out of the fire or something and save his life. So that happens.
Yeah.
We start getting a little bit more information. This is the first dream sequence.
There's many
of
dream
Trapped Sisters.
sequences because what are they going to do? They're trapped in a pool,
Yeah, like what? They can only go into other places.
They can go to the deep end.
It's
They
like
can go to the shallow end.
It's like the worst improv scene ever.
Yeah.
It's like,
Where?
remember when this happened?
Yep.
Ugh, God.
Not to be outdone by Bree, Jonah is like, oh, I tried to kill myself because our father abused me, so that's why I'm fucked up. And
Did they reveal the abusive father thing this early? Because that would
maybe
explain
not.
why I was so confused later on.
I think they did because she tries to kill herself with a piece of fiberglass, right?
Right, it was the same one that she has for the rest of the movie.
While
Yeah.
she's in the
Their
pool?
tool of choice.
Yeah, she's like, I can't take it anymore. And Bree's like, okay, you need to calm down. Like, we're trapped in a pool. Like, don't kill yourself in
I
here.
think I missed this scene, and I can only say that if you miss your place in this movie, it's really hard to find it again because you'll be fast forwarding and rewinding, and
Yeah.
it's, oh, look, another scene with these two actresses in a pool. It's
right, exactly.
not really easy to pick out a different scene in this one.
No.
I
I also could be jumping, Ian. So
That's okay. They won't mind it.
It also probably doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So thankfully, there's a cleaning lady who has stuck around. Okay, and this cleaning lady we saw in an earlier shot with the manager that she gets fired for stealing through someone's purse or something.
Yeah,
right?
Jigsaw fired her for going through one of the lockers and tells her that he's going to inform her parole officer. So again, Lifetime not being subtle with the cues about the capital B bad person.
Yes. So she has a bad reputation, and she's like, okay, here I am. And they're like, oh my God, thank you so much. We're saved. Too bad she's crazy. And she's like, no, you guys have weird names. I don't like you. And I'm going to just like rob you. So give me all your money, like whatever money you have. I'm going to take it.
Well, she starts by going through Bree's purse, and at first I'm thinking, is it this woman is now going to commit murder for $40 a credit card and an Android phone?
Wait.
Yeah.
What? So, okay, so this cleaning lady,
Yep.
does she release? She doesn't release them.
No,
Oh,
she's
no.
bribing.
No.
She's like trying to bribe them. Like, I'll release you if you give me more money. I'll release you if you give me your ATM PIN number.
Yeah, first she gets the phone passcode, and then she tries to extort the PIN number from them. So it makes a little bit more sense than just
This
going
is
after
a-
loose change. But still, no way that she gets away with this.
This is a problem.
Right?
This is a problem.
This explains why she was in jail in the first place, because she's not very good at planning.
Bad
crimes.
criminal.
This
Yeah.
explains why no one trusts anyone ever.
Right?
It's when people like watch shit like this, because in real life it'd be like, oh God, nope. Oh, we didn't know you were in there. Sorry, so
Right.
sorry.
Yeah.
What?
So
Ugh.
eventually the sisters barter because like it's not enough money or whatever, and she doesn't have enough money in her account. So they barter the engagement ring for a release.
Yeah, it's the most valuable thing that they seem to have with them.
Yeah. And they, wow, my notes are so short on this movie because nothing happens. I'm almost done with my notes. So they like give her the ring through like a little hole that has come in the fiberglass by, I don't know how.
There's a ventilation hole through which
Okay.
they're able to communicate. And actually, I don't know if it's before or after this, but at one point, Jonah comes up with an interesting response to the blackmail and the confiscating, which is to sharpen her fiberglass into a shiv
Yes.
and stab jailbird janitor through the hole. I'm not sure what the plan was there,
the
but it resulted with
fuck?
blood in the pool, which can't be a good development.
There's chlorine in the pool. Don't worry.
If you can stab anyone through the thing, you can get out of it.
Right.
Right?
Well, I mean, I
No?
guess no, because
No?
it's a
Okay.
very small hole. She could only put the little shiv through there, and she like poked.
It's a shivin' hole.
She poked
Exclusively.
Yeah,
It's-
she
It's one of them shivin' holes.
It's shivin' and
Exactly.
breathing. No escaping hole.
she like pokes the cleaning lady in her eye, and she's like, or in her ear, and she's like, you poked me.
And so cleaning lady retaliates then by turning on the chlorine jets, at which point I decided this really was Saw 9.
Very dangerous chlorine
Yeah.
in the
Oh,
water. Your
making-
skin's gonna be so dry. Your skin's gonna be so dry.
Making the pool more basic.
And those
I
swimsuits
guess.
bleached beyond repair, really. It's a tragedy.
Yes.
It'd be more not basic in terms of like base. Well, that bitch is basic, but the opposite of acidic, which is
Yes.
also very bad.
So Bree is at this point is in very bad shape from her diabetes. Don't forget, she has diabetes.
diabetes.
And
That her sister didn't know about.
Jonah has to save her now because now she's going to, like find her inner goodness and become a savior of the sister who needs help. So she goes, swims down to the bottom of the pool and does like the exact same thing that they were doing at the beginning, like pulling on the grate or whatever. Right?
There's like a pair of swim trunks floating around in there, too, that they
Yeah.
managed to MacGyver a couple times. And
What-
now she's using
she
it
go-
as kind of a lever to pry it out. Yeah,
Does she
Yes,
go?
there-
Does she go to the bottom of the pool and like it's like a cartoon? There's like just a giant plug,
right. Basically, yes.
It wasn't that far off from that.
And she
like-
pulls up the grate and she like breaks through the fiberglass, and we don't see the sisters get out of the pool, but they like jump out, and I'm trying to read this. Oh, she gives her a shot in her butt, and then the cleaning lady
comes back with a gun.
With a gun.
So the cleaning lady at this point has like tried to extort them and then agreed to let them out, and then the cover wouldn't open, so she just ran away. And then when they're finally out, she reappears with a gun, because it's America, and every jailbird janitor cleaning lady has a gun.
Well, you gotta have a gun on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the only thing that can stop a bad janitor with a gun is a good
I
janitor.
mean, in my
with a
opinion,
gun.
I think all women should have guns on them.
Sure.
I don't think
You can shoot your way out of the pool cover.
If you have a gun on you and you're not a cop and you're a man, you should be arrested. But if you're a woman, you have a gun on you, you're fine.
Yeah.
That's my utopia America. But what the fuck though?
Yeah.
What is
So, okay.
I think the idea is now, like, I can't let you live because you've seen
my
and
face
I've
and-
blackmailed you, and this actually could have gone much better if I just let you out to begin with.
Exactly. She would have been fine. But I don't really know how it ends because I just started chugging wine at the end of this movie and I stopped taking notes.
I think at some point in Act 3, there's
That's
like
what
a
I would've-
confession that one of them actually killed their dad. Like,
Right, and there's a
held
dream
him down in the
sequence.
fire. Yeah, it's all kind of hazy, you know. Considering the title is very literal, trapped sisters. There's a lot of heavy metaphor at the end with "I killed the monster." It's like, who are you talking about? What
Right.
happened with your father? I need more
Don't-
clarity with this.
Don't know. I don't know. I mean, really. But, so, do they kill her at the end?
No, I think they let her run away. I think it's
They're just like, okay, we're cool. Bye.
yeah. It's they kind of talk her down, and they actually, I think Jonah says we'll be different from now on, as if she was the ghost of Christmas future, and they needed to promise that they'd change their ways. I wasn't really
she nods.
sure
and
what
be
was
like,
happening.
That was the whole point the whole time.
Yep.
I know who you are.
and
I'm
disappears in a
ghost.
puff of smoke.
Right. I mean, but here's the thing, guys. There's not much that can happen in this movie because it's in a pool,
It's in
right?
a pool.
And there's like, I wrote down the dangerous things that happen because it's kind of funny. Like, so this movie came out like last summer, so 2017. And
That
also,
that
there was
the
a-
previous year.
yeah, there was a Mandy Moore movie that came out, who I love, just saying, 47 meters
Which
down. Which is-
Lord.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Nope.
But it's basically this movie, but with a bigger budget.
You're never going to get Americans to see a movie about the metric system.
True. Meters are confusing.
Okay. So 47. So a meter is about 3 feet. Like, just think about it.
Okay.
It's like
Yeah.
almost 3 feet, or a little over 3
That's
feet.
a lot more than 12 feet.
Yeah.
47 meters
Uh-huh.
is so times 3. Whatever that is.
A big
right now.
number.
Yeah. You can't go. So I am scuba
Certified?
trained and certified.
Cool.
You can't. A human being cannot go that deep into the water
And live?
and live at all in any capacity. At all.
Was she that far down, or was that just how far there was below her?
No,
I
she
don't know.
Oh no!
really.
It is.
She was 40. Okay.
the
They
cage
are
falls.
47 meters down.
They're in like a
And she's
shark
not
cage.
wearing
and
like
it-
one of like diving bell or anything like that.
You can't go that. You can't go that deep unless you have like specific gases that you are breathing. Like there's like Marines that can't.
right.
You have. It's called gas breathe. Like there's a certain kind of gases that you can't just be scuba diving normally and go like 150 feet down. Like, you can't do that
Unless you're Mandy Moore, apparently.
Mandy Moore can do anything she wants, Drew. And
I understand.
the
but
point
that
that
is
I'm
the most bullshit
yes,
thing
but
ever.
The point that I'm trying to say is that
Sharks don't even go that deep. Like, sharks don't. They're like, no, that's.
But they stick in the pool.
but
It
they're
hurts
in
the
an
sisters.
they're in an ocean, okay? So oceans have way more scary things that can happen than a pool,
Very,
right?
very much
So
more
Depends on
scary
the
things.
pool.
in the pool, we
Yes.
get it's 12 feet deep. That's really deep. It's dangerous.
It's deep enough for me.
Your hair can get caught in a drain,
Yeah.
so that's why
And
swimmers
dip,
wear
right?
swim caps. Okay,
You could get a lot of more
you can get
chlorine.
overchlorinated.
Right.
You could have the heater turn off in the pool, and then you'll get cold.
You could not have your insulin shots if you're diabetic.
Mm-hmm.
And then there could be a killer cleaning lady in the pool that you're in.
That is true.
So those are the dangerous things that happen in this movie, and those are the dangerous things that I don't think are very.
Listeners, as
Dramatic.
we move into the summer months, please remember as
Yes.
you go swim at your local pool
So-
to prepare for all
Yeah.
eventualities.
Can we
Crazy
get?
cleaning ladies with guns.
Can we get to that this is based on a true story?
Okay,
Yeah,
yes.
this I
so
need to hear.
I have the true story.
Yes, please.
I brought it with me today. So let me kind of read through this. So it's inspired by true events. Now, the people who made the movie deny any tying this to a real story, okay? They're like, no, it's not based on true. They say inspired by true events, but they don't want to say what it
it's
is.
inspired.
They
Yes.
were in a pool once.
So this is from the very reliable source, tvcrimeski.com.
Sounds legit.
Lifetime movie Trap Sisters is inspired by true events. Oh God, how do you say this name? Cheydan. Shydan?
Yeah,
Let's
sure.
go with it.
Shydan Barr's
Shouldn't.
story is similar. Shydan Barr was a 20-year-old woman who became trapped in a pool during Christmas Day swim in 2015. By the time of acquiring, when the nurse and people found her, and the next morning she was already dead. So she was in the pool, and she died in the pool.
Now, did she die purely because she ran out of, couldn't drink any water and
Was she a
couldn't
dump?
sleep, or was she murdered by a cleaning lady? Or
Doesn't say. It doesn't say. She just died in a
Was
pool on
Jigsaw
on a
involved?
holiday.
And that's it?
That's it. It was in Australia.
Was it because the cover was on the pool?
Doesn't say. No more details are included.
Seems like a
in
pretty
this.
solid step from one to the other.
Fucking kidding me.
Yeah, and the producers of the film are like, this is only loosely inspired, and it's an amalgamation of a bunch of different things that happened. It wasn't on this one event, so we never heard about it.
I just got an idea. Here's the thing. I just got an idea when I heard someone died in a pool, and I was like, what? Someone died in a pool? What's going on with that? So I wrote a script.
So
This
I
is
wrote a thing.
the most tenuous possible connection you can have for inspiration. It's like, ooh, I saw this tree. Now I wrote Fern Gully. Like,
Okay, so I'm clicking on the
that's
Daily
brilliant.
Herald
That's
now.
brilliant.
I'm clicking through. This is like live, really happening right now. So the woman, whoever we said, Shydan, she was an aspiring nurse.
Oh, so tragic.
She had a compassion and zest for life.
It's so tragic. She wanted to be a nurse and never could be.
I don't understand this at all.
Not a
This is-
lifeguard, though,
No,
apparently.
you know what? Patrick, you don't have to understand this. It is based off of nothing. It is a stupid story by shitty writers and shitty directors.
It's like pool staff members were shocked to find a body in the pool.
What?
Yeah, of course they're shocked.
Yeah, because it's a dead body.
Not something you find
Fuck.
in the pool every day.
Holy fuck, what? Why
But-
is this dead body in a pool?
How did she? Maybe she was like night swimming. Wow, this is a really long article with no details
Yeah.
because nobody knows what happened,
That's the best kind of
maybe
web content.
that's the mystery.
right?
But then they should have done it based on like what happened, and then they and then that's why. That's actually what happened.
Well, they're saying it's not based on this whatever. So I guess it doesn't matter. But it is kind of crazy that it actually has happened. Like, I mean, someone died in a pool. Shocking. People drowned all the time. But like, if the cover was on, then I'd be like, how did that happen?
How did you not know that the cover was being? Because that would be an Austin Powers situation where it's like, no, don't close the cover. I'm still in the pool. No, and it's like,
It doesn't sound like in the real story of the woman drowning. It just sounds like she drowned while swimming.
well, she's probably
and nobody.
This sounds like it
drowned.
was inspired by somebody watching an automatic pool cover once and thought,
yeah. This guy,
Right,
The
yeah.
the writer, director, producer of this was just like,
inspired by
Oh,
actual technology.
I got one.
Here's my idea. Oh God, no. I don't even know. This is crazy. I'm so annoyed by this movie. Okay, and on the podcast, we either pour it up or put a cork in it. What are you gonna do to this movie?
I'm gonna go ahead and put a cork in it.
Yeah.
I really
That's fair.
I really wanted to pour it up. I really wanted to think of this as an awesomely bad movie, but it's really just a bad movie. But maybe the real Trap Sisters were the friends we made along the way.
Yeah, yeah, the real Trap Sisters.
They get that sequel with the shark, 13 Feet Deep. I'll give it a shot.
I feel like that's a band name. Like it's like Trap Sisters.
Yeah, or they're like
something.
listening
a
to
Riot
like
Girl band. Yeah, I'd listen to that.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
Trap
Album.
Sisters. and they're like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Whoa, you guys really jumped into that.
Yeah.
You guys should be the Trap Sisters.
We should be the Trap Sisters.
Put on some wigs.
Oh my God. Are we the Trap Sisters now?
I think we just became them.
I play the drums. What do you play?
I play the bass guitar.
Oh, perfect.
All you need is drums and bass. That's it.
Right.
For a
You
band.
both could like harmonize.
No.
No
we just
singing.
we just play the drums.
Okay.
There's
Cool.
no singing.
Great. I love it.
We count.
Oh, 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Drew, what are you going to do this movie?
Okay, I am blind. I feel like if I was watching this, I'd be like, what? The whole time? Like, but why? But why? Normally I would put a cork in it. I'm going to pour it up.
Ooh.
I'm going to pour it up because it's like, there's no reason this should be made, but they did it though.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pour it up for the actors in the pool because they had to do a lot of pool acting, and they probably were pruning up. And
So true.
I'm pouring it up for the ladies in this movie. I will like secondary put a cork in it for the fucking writer and director. I hate him. I think he's awful and he's garbage. But
Yeah, can we pour it up for the cast and the casting director and put a cork in the entire
You
production
can't
crew?
you can't cherry pick, Drew.
No,
You
I'm
either
not
pouring it up
tripping,
or
but
put
I'm
it
just
in.
saying, I in general, for the actors and for what they had to deal with, I'm pouring
Just
it up.
pouring it up.
Yeah,
That's
I'm gonna
legit.
pour it up.
Okay. I think I am going to have to put a cork in it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Lifetime.
that's
I mean,
fair.
I love pools. I grew up around pools my whole life,
Yeah.
which is why this movie was so ridiculous because I'm like, this would never happen, ever. I was a lifeguard. I was a swim coach. I was a swimmer.
Patrick would
forever.
never
never be a
close
thing.
that cover on any.
And you guys, I did a lot of dumb things when I was a lifeguard, you know, like just like not paying attention and like having to save people that.
and yet nobody died.
Right. Everyone was safe on my watch. And I was a half-hearted
Patrick,
lifeguard.
did you ever save someone's life?
Yeah, hell yeah. All
Really?
the time, yeah.
All
Little
the
kids.
all the time, little kids.
Little kids.
You have saved people's lives.
I have.
God damn, I can't.
It's not that hard. You just pick them up and
You
take
just
them
be
out of the
like,
water.
Oh no, just get out of the water
yeah,
and then
okay.
the air and
now
stuff.
you're breathing air and you're not breathing water. You're fine.
Welcome to Earth now.
Exactly.
And not
And
water.
also, these sisters were breathing air. If they just would have stood there and waited, they would have been fine. I mean, the diabetes adds a complication to it,
does
I
add a
suppose. But
complication.
It was a long weekend, so I do kind of buy the if we're stuck down here, we're probably gonna eventually die. But
right, I don't think I would be freaking out if I was trapped in a pool like they were. They were immediately like, "Oh
if
my
I was
god!"
if I was trapped in a pool with my sister, we would have a fucking great time
Right.
because I would have probably had a flask in my swimsuit and we just gotten drunk. We're just like, yeah,
We'll be fine.
what a weird thing. We'll just wait till the morning. Hey. Also, we would have figured out how to get out
Right.
because we're
But yeah,
We're
no,
super
didn't
smart.
really come together for me. This was definitely a man writing, or I'm just going to double check the writers. Yes, 2 men, not
Yeah.
surprised.
2 men writing it.
Very not female
Yep.
conversations with each other. It was all like, you bitch, you fucking whore.
it does pass the Bechdel test though.
Oh, they
Yeah, that's true. They didn't really talk about men, but they were just nagging on each other
well,
the whole
they did
time.
talk about their father. Does that count?
Yeah, father and one of
I
their
don't know.
fiancés, but we did have 2 women talking to each other about things that weren't men. So
Right.
Okay,
So
well,
it
fair
passes
enough.
that, but they were also just super nasty to each other.
they were. Yeah.
Which is
and,
no
and
fun.
not having seen it, I'm still pouring it up because this seems so ridiculous to me. Like
Yes.
it seems like The Room ridiculous to me.
I
So
think
that's where I'm like,
the pool.
where it's like The Pool, where
Yeah.
I'm totally on board. Like where everything is not correct and the actors are actually the victims of this garbage movie. The actors are the victims. And
There you go.
And they're the victims of a shitty director, a shitty writer, shitty producer.
It's hard to blame actors for taking a script like this. Get
I
your
never,
name in there.
I will
Yeah.
never,
I don't understand
I
what
will
Jigsaw's
never
problem
blame
was, but
the actors of these
he
movies.
just needed to change it up.
Yeah.
He wanted to play like a cool character. Like a good guy.
Yeah.
He abides by the rules.
Or they're just like, hey, you cool to do this?
I put my white hat on now as a pool manager.
Yes. Oh, Drew, I have a picture for you of the shiv. I just want to show you this little picture of her shivving the fiberglass top.
Oh.
There
Well,
you
that's
go.
going to make it onto the podcast website.
Is it like,
doesn't it?
did she make the shiv
Out of the,
because she was in prison at one point?
you know, she's had to do worse things
Oh.
with a pointy object.
I bet it's not the first time the janitor's been shifted either. So, she was
True.
in prison.
Splacker.
Look how scary. She's in 3.5 feet of water. Banging on the top of that.
No. I mean, they got plenty of room.
Plenty of room. That's what I'm saying.
They just need to chill out, sit on the
Relax.
fucking steps to get in the pool or whatever.
Unless you didn't tell anybody you were going to the pool, you got to figure they're going to look there.
Right. The
Fairly
fiance
soon.
the
Fine.
fiance knows, and she has like a little dream sequence where the fiance comes and saves her. And it's like, yeah, he probably would come and save you.
Where he's like,
relax.
Why are you?
I was only about 60% sure that was a hallucination. I know it was only about 45 minutes into the movie.
still-
but was
I
like,
mean,
no,
I
this
can't-
could end now.
Yeah.
I can't get over that the pool just closed without them like getting. That's the most ridiculous fucking part
It is,
about
and it would
that is
never happen.
exactly why I poured it up, because that's
You love it.
insane.
You
I'm
love
like,
it.
oh, you give me this cool, fine. Pretend it did. Great. I'll take it.
Oh boy. Okay. I think that wraps up our conversation about Trap Sisters
I
/
think
12
it does,
Feet Deep.
too. I think it does.
You know,
Yeah. What else are you
It's
gonna
just
talk
like the
about?
movie when you're done, you're done, and that movie was done like 10 minutes into the movie. I was like, okay,
Based on a true story about someone who died in a pool one time.
and the trailer's like
somewhere.
they're sisters and they're trapped in a pool, and
In
you're
a
like,
pool.
and I don't care about that at all. Ian, do you have anything you'd like to plug at this little pluggy time? Social medias or something?
No, not for me. Just looking forward to coming back
Yeah.
for either Trap Sisters 2,
Trap
13
Sisters
Feet
2.
Deep, or maybe some other Lifetime.
Shark Sisters.
Shark
It'll be
Sisters.
Trap Sisters 2, Shark Sisters.
I like
Be
it.
with
It's
sharks.
two
I like
shark sisters trapped in a pool.
pool.
And they're like, we got to get out of this pool.
And they're like, we
it's not
don't-
saltwater.
Yeah, we don't breathe this water.
That's more suspenseful than
That's crazy.
than
They're
this.
like, we got to get out of here.
We literally can't breathe. We're sharks. Yes.
That's going to be amazing. I'm excited. I'm very excited about that movie.
Cool. Totally animated. Lifetime's first animated feature.
Yep.
Oh, looking forward
Shark
to
Sisters.
it.
Yep. It'll
God damn it. Drew. Okay, where can we find you on social media, Drew?
Oh, you know where you can find me. It's Drew But With Pants on Instagram. And then you can also listen to my podcast that I co-host with my friend Charlotte, the Not Safe for Work podcast.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you both for being here. And thank you, listeners, for checking back in with Lifetime on Court. We watch these movies so you don't have to, but if you do, we'd love to hear from you. You can follow me at Patrick Bell or the podcast at Lifetime on Court. Don't forget to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. Okay, bye.
Bye now.
Bye.